What's good? Welcome back to an MxBikes video, and today we're here at the Daytona Beach Arena Cross track that just came out, I think in the last couple days. It looks pretty sick. I like the dirt color they did. I don't know if it matched real life. I didn't watch the Arena Cross, I didn't have time, but race last night was absolutely crazy. Chase had that crazy crash in the heat race, and then Levi, heard he's got some fractured stuff in his back and then broken collarbone, so that just sucks to hear. He's gonna be out the Supercross season, and I mean maybe the motocross a little bit. I don't know how long all that will take to heal, especially with the back, but hope he is all well. And it's just a rough break for Chase, but I'm happy seeing Kenny win. Other than that, it was a pretty good race. I mean, Chase did fairly well. I don't know, something was going on towards the end there. Not too sure, but he went from, I think, 3rd to 5th, right towards the very end of the race. But it was, I don't know, very odd race. And then you had, I knew Tom Bial was going to do well, but Hampshire was just on another level. But glad to see Hampshire bounce back after all the, the issues in the first few rounds. And then I think, Tom's just going to be consistent. I mean, he's right there in the chip. He's second, I believe, only a few points back of Anstey. Anstey had a okay night, I guess you could say. Wasn't the best, but being consistent helps. Okay, so you see me race around this track, and right now my lap time's 32 seconds, which might not be the best, but I kind of making this video to tell you, like, very new people. If you've been playing this game a while, you probably just could click off anyway, but very new people on how to feel good about Supercross and to not give up on Supercross, because you can go watch the pros and it's like, oh my gosh, you're so good, blah blah blah. But then you try to do it yourself and you're like, what have I got myself into? And it's just, sometimes it's very like disappointing and makes you want to quit. You just go back to Forest and run laps, which I get it. But this is kind of like my few little tips as somebody who's going through that. I mean, I'm getting better. People may say I'm not, but I am getting better at Supercross. So this is kind of what I feel like you should do. And number one thing is you should get these Arena Cross tracks. Now, they are paid. That does come at a price. I haven't looked too much into. I'm sure you can find some small Supercross track. You need to find Supercross tracks that are like 30-second lap times. When you have over a minute lap times, like, it's just, you can't look at pro lap times. You gotta look at what you would be doing for a lap time. Some of the Supercrosses this year in Ariel, the pros are running 48 seconds. That's not, I'm running a minute, like, because I'm not that good. And if you're in the same boat as me, you're looking for a track like that. And why I say this, because usually on a smaller track, less obstacles, less jumps, less chances for you to crash, and it's just, you gotta, like, in your mind have little wins, and if you screw up a lap, it's not going to be long till the next lap. And putting a whole lap together, which really feels good in Supercross, even if you're just doubling it. Ooh, we almost hit that triple there. It feels really good to have a whole lap without crashing, not too many mistakes, not, really screwing up, even if you're just doubling. And it's a lot easier to do on a small track like this. And sometimes I can just run laps on here without screwing up like a whole lot. I mean, yeah, I had to slow down in the whoops there, but I stayed on the bike because this track is so small, and it just kind of builds your confidence for other tracks. And with a smaller track, you can practice learning tracks and learning rhythms, and you have more opportunity to try bigger jumps, to try to hit, faster times. Because we all love Forest, because you're going to Forest to hit a fast lap. Well, in Supercross, it could be very exhausting to try to beat your lap time, because there's so many rhythms sometimes and so many, chances for you to screw up. But in Arena Cross, it's kind of, it's basically like mini Supercross tracks. And it's just like, there's so many opportunities each lap that you can just improve. And if you don't improve within 30 seconds, which is even a bad lap, you're already on to the next and can work on beating that time. And you're kind of chasing what you're chasing on some of those, you know, easier tracks. You can learn a lot from them. I mean, these whoops aren't crazy easy either. They're not just like the hold back whoops, because there are tracks with the hold back whoops. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically where you just floor it, hold the stick back, and you will survive no matter what. I'm not a big fan of those because I think the whoops build character in this game. You need to learn how to do them. So a track like this where the rhythms are really nice. Oh no. Rhythms are really nice, but it also has, you know, so it's not the most challenging whoops that I've ever had, but they are, you know, they'll keep you honest. As I just went over the bars there, because I was trying something. I tried flicking the stick a little bit, and I flicked it too much, and I just did it again, hitting that tough block. But I just want everybody to, like, their enjoyment with Supercross it's a lot. I really enjoy Supercross, but it's the beginning. It is so challenging, and I'm still like struggling after spending, you know, many hours, which I have a lot to go on trying to get better at this. But like right now, like it's it's crazy. The other night, I wish I would have filmed it. Of course I didn't. I thought about it, but I didn't. I loaded up Farm 14, which I'm not great at Farm 14. I haven't, like, I didn't, when in my early days I spent a lot of time on Forest, and then it's like Telva V2. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you know the track. Hit that, nope. And I popped out on Farm 14. It was a 3-lap race, 450s in there, 250s. I'm on a 250 this, you know, KTM. I pull the whole shot, lead all 3 laps, and win the race. I've never done that before. That's why I'm kind of disappointed I didn't film it, but that was absolutely sick. And these smaller tracks give you the opportunity to, you know, get that Supercross feel, and you're actually improving on your motocross skills, because I wasn't practicing Farm 14 and somehow I come back and I'm a lot better than I was. So it just gives you more skills on the bike. But I understand if it's a super big Supercross track, you're gonna get frustrated. This track allows you not to get frustrated as much, and all the arena cross tracks, in my opinion. You know, if you're gonna spend the $9, you get a lot of good tracks. I think it's worth it. I'm sure if you do some digging, you can find, you know, similar tracks for free. But this is just such a good experience. And if you already have the aerial tracks, that means you've spent money, so you should be able to, you know, buy this if you can. And if you're the 2 people who I said I would pay for a track that message me in Discord and then never message back, I will still buy that track if you ever respond to the message. Just putting that out there. If you're actually still watching, I have no idea if you are, but I understand life gets busy, so if you ever come back to the game or come back to my channel, make sure you hit me up, because I will for sure, you know, I told you guys want them, I'll hook you guys up. But that's my little tips. I know it's nothing crazy, and I hope you took a little something away. You know, if you're a pro, if you're even, well, a lot of people are already better than me, so you probably already clicked off this video, which is a-okay. I just wanted to give you guys, and who are very new at this game, some hope, because we've all been there, and you have to find ways to enjoy the game sometimes, because it is a grind, but you don't want to burn yourself out from it, because this is supposed to be fun, you know? It can be difficult and frustrating, but it is supposed to be fun. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.